So this is how to install a timing advance rotor on a ZZR600, 07 ZZR600. So you're going to take these three screws out. You're going to want to take that screw out, that one, and then there's going to be one down there that's going to connect that, as well as one in the back. Once you get those off, you got to pop that out of this thing, or I should say that nub, and then there's a nub down there. It's just a little rubber boot on the back side. Oh, there it is. That one and this one. Once you do that, this piece will come right off. And just set it very carefully on the ground. Don't scratch it because it looks really nice. And here you are with this piece. Very self-explanatory. You're gonna do all these bolts real quick. They aren't that tight, so I can literally undo it with just a really brief little twist there, and yeah, I'll get back to you. Once you take the cover off, one thing you should notice is, so I had my bike up on this jack thing here. I put it down. There will be oil that will come out, a tiny little amount, but that only came out because I had my bike on this jack thing, and when I put it down, it stopped coming out. Only a little bit came out, so just a little FYI there. I guess I should have thought about that before I did that, but I thought it was just dry. Anyhow. Alright, so now that it's off, you're going to take your 17mm ratchet, put it on there, and take this off. Alright, so that's catastrophic failure. I tried to put the bike in gear and undo it. What a joke. Always go to your trusty tools. Gotta love the impact. Oh, look at that. Okay, so now you should just be able to pull this thing right off, keeping note that of the position that it's in. Oh, it looks like you can see here there's you can only put it on one way, so that's good. It's a stupid proof, sort of. And I'll just pull this right off here. I will get back to you because, oh, there's a gasket here. I didn't even realize this was a gasket. So I've officially taken this off here, and that's what it looks like. So here's the new one with the 4 degrees advanced. I already compared it to the one up there. So simply, you just pop this in there. And now that it's in there, just take your bolt and your trusty impact, and make sure that the socket's on there, and just give it a little. That should be good to go. And after making sure your gasket's good to go and clean, just take this thing and simply pop it back on, and put those bolts back on correctly with these little wire metal things that were over here, and bolt everything back together. Oh, and lastly, don't forget to give it a good wipe down. You know, wipe off any extra oil that might be sitting there, because you want to keep your bike, you know, pretty clean. I try to keep mine pretty clean. So don't forget, you gotta pop these in, but you gotta make sure that this is underneath here before you pop it in, so it slides up. It fits like that. That's why you don't do these screws in right away. So just pop the one down here in. Now you can fasten that bolt. Check that this is aligned. You can put these screws in, fasten that the rest of the way, put that one in, and put the one back there. Alright, so this is the first start with the 4 degree timing advance in. Let's see what the fuck happens. It starts up much easier. Much more responsive. So first thoughts after installing it, this is the old one. Is the engine definitely runs a lot smoother, like a whole lot smoother. It's just smooth throughout the entire power band, and like it comes down to an idle, like when I'm engine braking, sort of, you know, gearing down as I'm slowing down, it's a lot smoother. It just purrs like a cat now, which is, it just runs really well. And that's probably due to the fact that the fuel has more time to ignite versus having less time to ignite when the timing was more retarded, because it's more advanced now by 4 degrees. And there's definitely a noticeable increase in torque, I will say, and it definitely pulls a lot, like definitely pulls a lot more once you really open up the throttle. The sweet spot's around 12,000 RPMs, and you know, all the way up to that point and beyond, it just pulls really nice. So I'm definitely very happy with this little $60. Obviously, this is the original one. The other one's in the bike, but definitely more than worth the $60 investment and whatever half an hour, 15 minutes that it took to put it on. So 100% recommend. They're getting rare. I was lucky enough to find the one that I had on eBay. So, but you might need to look on like the Kawasaki forums or Facebook Marketplace or the Facebook Kawasaki groups for them. But definitely a really great $60 investment for your bike. Other than that, the entire bike is completely stock. So I don't know what else I'll do to it as far as engine modifications, because it runs really nice. I'm really satisfied with it. But yeah, so if you get a chance and you see one up on eBay or Craigslist or fucking Facebook somewhere, definitely grab it, because it's not gonna be up there for long. So